What's up, fire fam? My name's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Today we're going to be looking at something that a commenter actually suggested to me, which is to look at purges and what kind of purges you get in a region, and then have a little bit more of a look into them. So it's kind of based off that idea, so thank you for the suggestion. And we're going to be looking at those. I'm going to be separating it into parts because there is a lot of purges in a lot of different areas, and I thought if I separate it out, it will make it so that we won't have such a long video, so that's why it's in parts. So if you're looking for other worldly places, stay in tune with the channel, subscribe, check your notifications, because those videos will be coming soon. But this one is the first one out of the mini-series here. So today we are looking at Highland Purges. Now I did have to start a new character here. Unfortunately I lost my other data on my other one with my fully fledged map, which was really annoying. But I'm sure I figured that out, and as you can see, I have already got a purge on me without even trying. So yeah, that's because my settings are very purge friendly at the moment. Remember, if you live on the outskirts, roughly in these kind of areas, maybe on the tops of these, anywhere near a border, you could get a mixture of purges from the Highland and purges, say, if you live on this bit here, you could also get purges from the savannah. So you could get two types of purge from these two locations, which would broaden your spectrum on what you're going to receive. As for what kind of purges you get here, you can get an Outcast of Venir Chieftain, a pack of wolves, a gang of roaming bandits, an army of Nordheimers, a clan of Nordheimers, a group of Venir hunters, and a Revivifying Spirit. However, like I mentioned before, you can get overlappers. One of the biggest overlappers that actually covers the entire Highlands minus the bare area at the bottom with the island in the middle of the lake is the Cimmerian Beast Tamer Purge. It is one of them that absolutely covers the entire Highlands nearly, and you can get other overlappers as well that will do the same thing, but they come from different regions. Say, one of them I actually got quite a lot when I was in the area I'm in right now, is the Disciples of Jebel Sag, and that actually originates from the Doggers of the Desert Camp. You can also get a band of Mad Alchemists, and you can get the Zealots of Mitra as well. You can also quite commonly get an avalanche of Rocknoses on the bottom half of the Highlands. You can also get spiders when it comes to the Bear Island at the bottom of the Highlands as well, and even a crew of Black Hand pirates. When I was doing all my testing though, the ones I got in the most specific area that I'm in, that you saw on my map location earlier in the start of the video, was a clan of Cimmerian Beast Tamers, Disciples of Jebel Sag, an Outcast Venir Chieftain, an avalanche of Rocknoses, a band of Mad Alchemists, a pack of wolves, a gang of roaming bandits, an army of Nordheimers, a clan of Nordheimers, a group of Venir hunters, and a Revivifying Spirit. That is the ones I received on my testing. Now we move on to a group of Venir hunters. So this is another Nordy purge. You can get a tier 1, 2, 3 Nordheimer archer after you, and you can get several other things. Another common one in this one is also tamed wolves, which seem to be a lot more sturdier than wild wolves for some reason. And then you also got a quite big of a chance to get Vapnir, the T4 archer in this one. There's also another nasty thing you can get in this purge, which is a corrupted wolf. If you've never experienced a corrupted wolf, well, they are absolutely horrible and they hit like a truck. For special archers, you can get Alvid the Terror, Bent Snowblind, Huntermaster Filzer, Huntsmaster Ragnar, and Wolfred the Fang. For crafters, for cooks, we're starting off with, you can get Ada Frostbite, Chopper Arik. For armourers, you can get Aldrich of the North Sea, and you could also get Red Rorik. For blacksmiths, you can get Frey Steelgrasp and Steelbender Hagar. For taskmasters, you can get Frick the Trapster, and you can also get Skalgrim of Vanaheim. For Ymir priests, you can get Hogworth of the Frozen North, and you can also get Lot Frostbeaker. For smelters, you can get Harung Raging Fire and Fran of the Flowing Steel. For alchemists, you can get Carrie Blackhand, and you can get Mixmaster Fetus and Contrast Sizzlefinger. For Tanner, you can get Master Tanner Track. And for carpenters, you can get 4 Vowed Tree Hater and Valkyrie of the Grove. And that is the crafters that come out of this one. On to our next purge type, a gang of roaming bandits. You get a mixture of archers and fighters in this one, and it is mostly an actual people purge. You can get T4 fighters such as Freebooter Argus, Healer the Siren, Captain Oda, and Captain Eremitus. You can also get archers such as Zara the Crazed, Nanala of the Desert Seas, Pharos the Ravager, and Captain Deref. For special crafters you can get in this one, you can get 4 carpenters, Altar Axe Grinder, and Vash the Bearded. For tanners you can get Breg Hide Flayler and Yelkin the Pockmarked. For Mitra Priest you can also get Edric the Holy, Egil of the True Faith, and for a Set Priest you can get Inaru of the Slithering Doom and Strab the Herald. For Smelters you can get Isle Ironbar, Murzy Smolderfinger. For Alchemists you can get Kafar the Mixer and Valda the Foul. For Blacksmiths you can get Mastercrafter Shanya, Sassan Anvil Breaker. Taskmasters you can get Misery Bringer Artan and Yakinu the Lacerator. And for Armourers you can get Tutan the Indestructible and Eurus the Strong. You can also get a couple of cooks for Booze Hound and Turus the Cook. Now we'll be looking at a clan of Nordheimers, see what we get in there. And when you go further into the different waves, you can get some Nordheimer fighters in there as well. And then will come your slightly more special ones, such as on the wave 3, you can get things like Auric Birdcatcher, which is a T4 archer, Shaw the Red, which is a T4 fighter, and special NPCs such as the Imp King. When you get furthermore into the waves though, that means you can go and get some now special actual crafters, so your special crafting NPCs and a mixture of tier 2 to tier 3 archers and fighters. You can get, for cooks, you can get Ada Frostbite, Chopper Arik, and that's all it is for cooks. For armourers you can get Eldrick of the North Sea, Red Rorik. Blacksmiths you can get Frey Steelgrass, Steelbender Hagar. For taskmasters you can get Frick the Trapster and Skaldgrim the Vanhelm. For Ymir priests you can get Hogrif of the Frozen North and Lot Frostspeaker. Smelters you can get Harung Raging Fire and Fran of the Flowing Steel. For alchemists you can get Carl Blackhand and Contrast Sizzlefinger and Mixmaster Fetus. For tanners you can get Master Tanner Tarak, Algrim the Tainted. And for carpenters you can get Forval Tree Hater, Valgry of the Grove. You can also get special fighters and archers such as Hoss Gristlebiter T4 Archer and Ula the Berserker T4 Fighter. You can also get Oscar Blackheart, which is a tier 4 Archer, and Uric Hero of the North, which is a T4 Fighter. And then it's also possible to get Gavin the Wolf, a tier 4 Archer, and Derek Brokenfinger as a Fighter. And you can even get Whites as well. Moving on to our next one, the Revivifying Spirit. This is another Highlands Purge you can obtain with lots of different waves, but this one mostly consists of skeletons, so you don't really get anything too special in here. You can also get undead lizardmen, so I mean if you need bone meal then this is a good time. Also has a chance of spawning undead kappa as well, which can be kind of nice if you want to try and get the demon blood out. But apart from that, that's kind of what the purge is about, and it's not really one that is an exciting purge for thralls. The next purge type, we have a pack of wolves, which may I say when I tried it earlier was incredible because I got tons and tons of white wolves, which absolutely wrecked me. This wolf one is quite interesting because it usually consists of a couple of waves and their types can be quite interesting. You will mostly get wolves from this one. It's a kind of 96.7% chance of wolf. And sometimes you get wolf pups as well, and corrupted wolves with a very low chance. So that could be quite scary with that one. You're mostly going to get a lot of wolf hide in this one. However, it's also very possible to get special NPCs in this one too, which is a nice factor I suppose, since you're mostly in the second wave having a 90% chance of getting dire wolves, which means you're going to end up with a lot of white wolf problems. But for tier 4 fighters you can get Derek Brokenfinger, and for tier 4 archers you can get Gavin of the Wolf, and that's pretty much the fighter classes in there. And then you have a chance of getting some special NPCs as well in there, so make sure you don't kill them off by accident. But we'll read it out. It's pretty much the same as the last one I kind of read out, but we'll read it again just for, sake that you kind of see what's in it. So we'll start with the cooks. We have Ada Frostbite and Chopper Arik. For armourers, we have Aldrich of the North Sea, and we also have Red Rorik. For blacksmiths, we have Frey Steelgrasp, and we also have Steelbender Hagra. Taskmasters, we have Frick the Trapster and Skalgrim of Vanaheim. For Ymir priests, we have Hogarth of the Frozen North, and we also have Lot Frostspeaker. For smelters, we have Harung Raging Fire and Fran of the Flowing Steel. For alchemists, we have Carl Blackhand, Contrast Sizzlefinger, Mixmaster Festus. For tanners, we have Master Tanner Track, Algrim the Tainted. And carpenters, we have Thorvald Tree Hater and Vargri of the Grove. And that's what you get in this purge. Next one we move on to is an army of Nordheimers. So we have several different waves of what you can get in here. You can get quite a lot of fighters, archers and taskmasters from 1 to 3 of tier. It's also quite often you're going to get a Janos, which is a T4 fighter, pretty good fighter may I say, and you can also get a Manus the Handful, which is a T4 taskmaster, and you got a pretty good chance of that as well, including Vapnir the T4 archer in there too, on most of the waves. There's also a scary chance of getting Lady Gara, daughter of Ymir. If you kill her, she has a little horn for you, so you can get a frost giant pet. However, she is very hardy to kill and not a nice one to get. You can also get tamed bears and tamed wolves coming out on this purge as well. And you can also get a nice selection of the special NPCs again, which we have here. So the special NPC list is pretty much the same as the other Nordheimer ones. On to our next purge type, an Outcast Venir Chieftain. So this is another Nordheimer purge you can get. You get a good chance of getting tamed wolves and archers from 1 to 3 in tier. You can also get a Vapnir T4 archer. There's a pretty good chance of getting a bunch of those in this one as well. And then getting your normal special NPCs. In this one, there's also a really good chance of getting different types of Chieftain that you can only get one of when you go to the throne in New Asgard. But you can also obtain it from this purge as well, which is pretty awesome. So we'll start, all of the names begin with Chieftain, so I'm just going to say their names separately and what they are. So for Archer we have Alfred, for Cook we have Alva, for Carpenter we have Arvid, for Tanner we have Asker, for Armourer we have Aslaf, for Fighter we have D-Rolf, for Performer we have D-Rick, for Taskmaster we have Radda, for Smelter we have Valda, and for Fighter we have Rolf. But anyway, I hope that gave you some insight on these different purges, etc. Thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!